Hey folks, welcome back. This is Chris. I'm still in Betty's Bay trying to get out of here and go check out the penguins, but the machinations of South Africa's elections preventing me from hitting the road. So let me tell you the latest here. A story that broke last night on the Independent Line claims there's a secret deal between the Democratic Alliance and Cyril Ramaphosa to form an informal coalition. Notice that the title is between the DA and Ramaphosa, not between the DA and the ANC. Interesting. Now, at this hour, we know, of course, that political parties are working behind the scenes to secure some kind of agreement, formal or informal, to form a government. They have 14 days to do so. So naturally, it's going to happen. Between now and the formation of the next government, which may or may not last very long, we are likely to see lots of machinations, lots of intrigue, lots of subterfuge taking place. But this one here is kind of interesting. They're trying to imply that what's going on is they're doing something nefarious, when in fact these informal discussions are necessary to form a government. Now, reported according to the story from Sizwe Dlamini at the IOL, says that Ramaphosa is alleged to have brokered a clandestine deal to keep the EFF and MK out of government. Well, that's hardly any surprise. Very few people want to see that outcome. That's disastrous. You want to see the rand sink overnight. You want to see South Africa's junk bond status be amplified. You want to see foreign direct investment disappear from the country. Come up with the Armageddon Alliance, which I said is a possibility, with the MK, EFF, and ANC in one government, and the party's over. So according to the sources, Ramaphosa would get reelected as president, Mashatile be the deputy president, ANC keeps ministerial and deputy ministerial positions, DA will assume the role of speaker of the National Assembly, the DA will hold the chairmanship of the National Council of Provinces, DA will control the majority of portfolio committees, including the Standing Committee on Public Accounts. That is interesting. Why would the DA agree to keep virtually no power whatsoever in this agreement? The DA actually, despite the fact that it performed poorly with just 21.8% of the vote, is in a powerful position vis-a-vis the ANC at the moment. But they say there are some political maneuvers involved in this, that within 3 months after the government's formed, the arrest of Paul Matashile will take place, and that Chairperson Gwede Mantashe and other NEC National Executive Committee members would be opposed to coalition, are going to be neutralized. Well, we'll see if anything comes of this. But what I have to say is we're going to see lots of stories like this coming out in the near term. The bottom line is that somebody has to form a government to go forward, and nobody has a majority, which is what I predicted all along. So the ANC is likely to form a coalition with the DA, although people are consistently saying that's not going to happen, it'll never happen. Others are saying they'll form a coalition with the MK, while people are saying that's never going to happen, or EFF, that's never going to happen. The bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, is that most of the people involved here, most of the actors we're talking about, are self-interested. Very few of them care about South Africans, just like American politicians. Their interest is self-interest, self-aggrandizement, self-promotion, and that's what they're focused on, and that's what they'll do to achieve their ends. So let's keep that in mind and not be surprised by any potential coalition that comes out of this. Whether it's an informal agreement, it's a formal agreement, it's a formal coalition, or it's simply a plurality government led by the ANC running the country. Whatever the case is, it's bumpy times ahead. I've been telling you this all along. Nothing changes in the short term, and the situation for South Africa doesn't get better. Although, if the ANC had won, it would have gotten worse. And if the ANC lines up with MK and or EFF, it's game over. So let's see. Hang in there. Be patient. We'll catch you next time here on Chris Wyatt Reports. Cheers.